makes me feel good about the theme song I picked here. I see we got Alex bobbing his head. I don't know if that's the first time or the first time I've noticed.
I bop for this one. It's a summer jam.
It's definitely a bop, yeah.
Top hit of the summer 2021.
It slaps.
Do.
I like how it's a summer hit and we're all sitting here in like winter clothes.
Yeah. It's really cold outside right now.
Exclusively sweaters and flannels is what we have. So,
yeah, buddy.
Got leather elbow pads and everything.
Nice.
That's incredible.
Gotta watch those elbows.
Professor sweater.
I really hope listeners are watching the video, though, not only for the head bobs. I definitely thought you were holding a tortilla, which was... It was your dice bag, but the way that you were holding it when I was looking in the thing, it looked like a small flour tortilla. And it was the most halfling thing because I was like, we just ate. Why? How? Why? Where?
The term flour tortilla, too, is so perfect because there's flowers on
it.
It's
like
very
we had
cute.
sandwiches for dinner. How'd you get a tortilla?
She had a random tortilla, but
I'm a halfling.
and then I was like,
so good.
oh, that makes a lot more sense. Why does your brain go to the most ridiculous thing? Like tortilla doesn't make any sense.
It's round and flat.
At all.
It's got the right coloration to it and whatnot.
Dice bag makes a lot more sense.
I have a super important question. Did you eat the rest of my steak and cheese wrap?
From the last time?
Yeah.
From a month ago?
Uh-huh.
No, it got thrown out.
Ah, shit. I was actually somewhat excited that it got eaten instead of thrown out.
Oh.
I didn't eat it because you're here regularly enough that it was like, next time he's in here, we're going to make sure he gets his wrap, and then just kept forgetting.
I did remember that it was there the next time I was here, and then I forgot to bring it home.
I remember you being like, oh yeah, sweet, it's still here.
But when you told me earlier that you ate it, I was actually really happy. I was like, oh, I found a home.
No, when you gave me the sandwich you didn't finish tonight, I was like, oh, good, you're giving this to me so I can eat it in a few days.
Yeah, so that's the context.
And you also said, no, you can't have it.
I was like, I'm going to remember this one.
Almost certainly not. I think last time I even told Dani, like, here, take this to recording of, the power phase.
I don't remember.
Because it was the next day, so.
You're right, it's Dani's fault.
Sorry.
I'm going to flag this again so you can cut all that out.
I'll probably leave it in.
I hope you leave it all in, including all that.
Yeah. Yes. Just like every time JB says, cut that out to make me sound smarter. And I say, yeah, sure. Not going to do that.
No.
I love how he says that on Discord, too.
Edit that conversation we just had so I sound smarter. I mean, I can't do that on Discord, but I wouldn't anyway because you said it. If you're going to be dumb, back it up.
Like it literally can't be done because I tried.
Maybe I'll start telling him that I do edit his stuff on the podcast to make him sound smarter. And then maybe he'll be a little more self-confident because then he listens, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, oh, wow, okay, she really did edit it down. And I don't actually touch it.
He's not going to remember what he said weeks later when he
really sounded smarter the whole time.
Right.
So that is the secret
and now the curtain's been lifted
boost.
and he knows.
It's like the stuff that Michael Jordan Michael Jordan gives Bugs Bunny. No, Bugs Bunny gives the rest of the team.
Yes.
In Space Jam.
Space Jam, one of the greatest movies of all time.
100%.
Back when Lola had boobies.
Oh, God. Don't get the internet started, babe.
I've never watched the movie, just the music.
About what, Kazam?
No.
No, Lola Bunny. Her
She doesn't have boobies anymore. She actually looks like a normally shaped athletic woman. And everybody's like, they took away Lola Bunny's tits. And it's like, she's an anthropomorphized rabbit.
She shouldn't have tits. She's a rabbit.
Exactly.
If she does. She has 6 of them.
I think that's what they were upset about. They were like, she only had 2 in the first one. Why does she not have 4 more this time?
We already had one interaction with something that was horrifying with multiple teats, and just the idea of Bunny with a ton of extra teats is almost as terrifying as that rat. Like, we've had enough.
Enough for the teat.
Oh, that rat, that
No.
brood mother
That
is
was
currently burning
Crispy.
alive. Can't get out of that crate. Rudy and
Can we call her Broody?
Herzog.
thank you. I forgot his name.
Broody and Broody.
Rudy and Herzog are holding the lid closed as long as they can until it's too hot, and by then it's pretty much done.
And then
it
the
is
box is
just
also on fire, and we have to make sure the rest of the crates don't catch fire. And Liliana's going, that shouldn't smell as good as it does.
So before it really catches on fire, the whole hold is metal, so they're not worried about like burning the ship down. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done this on a traditional ship. But they're other than Rudy and Herzog, the others are currently moving things away from this so it won't spread any further.
Cool.
If they can help it.
Oh, we're also probably dying of smoke inhalation.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, there'd be
the taller races are.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I'm
jumping off that box.
Well.
We good.
Yeah.
There would be
the
some...
9-foot-tall Amazon doctor is probably not doing great.
I'm like Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. But
I was going to
the
say
9-foot-tall Amazon
But
doctor.
LeBron James.
Heinrik is probably cranky about the smoke in his outfit, but no, he's getting a lavender bath.
Yeah. Like you guys are going through misery, and Heinrik, like, just, living his bliss, letting it all wash over.
Didn't even need to take off his own pants.
He's great at the self-care game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We could all learn a lesson from him.
That's what Heinrik's good at.
There you go. Self-care.
Sure.
Establishing boundaries.
He's good at self-care in the sense that he's good at getting it. Like, I don't know if he would get this whole bath situation taken care of on his own.
That is true.
Fair statement.
I don't understand why it's still so cold.
Why is there no water in this tub?
Who is taking my clothes off for me? I have to do it myself. How do I untie this thing? We love you, Heinrik.
The situation in the hold is awful. But Rudy will thank you profusely for your help here. Finding this, obviously, it would have been constantly getting worse until you got to the continent with however many young were in there. He certainly didn't try to count or anything, but there was a lot.
We can count the charred blobs at the end.
He's like, if you want to.
You may argue there was a brood in there.
Yes.
You were paid by the rat, no? So...
Right, I have a record to keep. I kind of want to know how many are in there.
Right on.
You killed what, 2?
Yeah, but how many were in the box? That's all at once.
She helped.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
She should get...
You helped by shouting, set on fire!
Yeah, I did.
She should get at least a quarter per couple.
Babies, 25% each.
Right? That's how Dan and I used to get paid for prom pictures when we worked with his dad. 25 cents a couple.
Well, it wasn't... I think it was like $2 a couple. But
no, it was not. No.
That is not a tangent. I thought
maybe like 50 cents because they would be, depending on the size of the school, it might change.
Yeah.
Because he knew how many couples to expect.
He'd say, I'll give you $50 or 50 cents a couple.
Which seemed like pretty good money, like in college.
I know.
The $50, that'll last me a week.
Inflation.
You're right.
Children.
Wasn't that long ago, but.
I know. All right. Sorry, that was a tangent on me.
No, it's fine. But yeah, you guys wrap up this business in the basement. Rudy explains that he plans on having these men will remove these bodies and toss them overboard during the night.
That is a good idea.
Hush, hush. Burning more things on the boat is probably not a great idea, but taking care of this brood mother and these things immediately was necessary.
Indeed.
He says it was a necessary evil, but worse would have happened.
Will these goings on be communicated to the princess?
I will let her know that things have been taken care of. She has a lot on her mind already. I don't think she needs to know the specifics.
Agreed.
Nor does anybody else on the boat.
Agreed. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes, Melissa agreed as well that we should keep this to a very tight core group of people.
Individuals. Aye, aye, Captain.
I knew she was intelligent. I will personally speak with the ship captain himself, Captain Urok. You do not need to bother with that. He does not like to be bothered, but he will be happy to hear that this was taken care of.
We handled this swiftly and without hesitation.
Yes, I'm quite impressed with this. The dead you have here. He lifts the leg, an arm of the rat ogre a little bit with one of his legs. Just picks it up with his boot, and he was especially feeling this. Quite the monster you found.
You might be surprised which one of us brought that one down.
Oh, he looks at Liliana.
Nope. No, it was the powder puff upstairs.
Heinrik.
He got lucky. Stole it, really.
Speared it through its heart with his
From
foil.
behind. Stole it from behind.
In my experience, most nobles are typically well practiced with a blade, as they often have much time to do said practice. But thank you. I appreciate you doing your jobs even before we got to where we're going. Hopefully the rest of our trip is not so exciting.
Do we get a bonus?
That would not be me you would discuss that with.
Fair.
Who would be the person that we put that request into? I doubt it would be with the princess herself, though.
I bet you.
We are
Bet you
friends.
Heinrik knows. Bet you Heinrik knows.
Oh, Heinrik probably does.
Trying to find the name here real quick. Oh, yes, that would be not Lady Elizabeth herself, but her advisor, Franz Steinhauser, would probably be, he would be the one to take care of that.
Franz, not Char.
Char is the wizard. I don't think he deals with the monies.
Oh, his name is Bright Wizard. I should know that.
As far as I understand, Franz is taking care of all of that, all of those things. I must have supernumerate because I was making sure he had that talent.
I have that one.
Super new.
Wait, is his name Hans with an H or Franz with an F?
Franz with an F.
Oh, jeez.
It's kind of a joke from Gapapa where JB kept calling one of the main NPCs by the wrong name. His name was Franz Steinhager, but JB kept calling him Franz Steinhauser for some reason. He just made up a new name for him.
That's not a name we've heard before, correct? Franz Steinhauser?
I probably mentioned it back in episode 1 when I did the list of different NPCs,
He's
but I
not
may
on
have
my
glossed
giant.
over.
Yeah, I wrote down a lot of names, and that is not one of them.
I may have glossed over him.
Please look at my giant list of names.
Nice.
Franz
You guys
is
take
not
good
on the
notes. Better than my notes.
You should see my LARP notebook. There's nothing in it.
You're too busy LARPing to write notes.
Literally. People are like, how do you remember all that? I'm literally a walking dictionary of game lore. And I'm like, I lived it. Thanks.
Nice.
Anyway.
Is he still outside?
No, I didn't put him outside. I just let him out before we came downstairs. So he needed food.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess I can understand barking about that.
The Watts did her. All right.
So you guys can take your leave of this awful, awful place.
Goodbye.
Yes.
I need a bath and a snack. To the kitchens first.
So you have the rest of today, which there isn't too much of today left. Things have slowed down quite a bit since you, by things slowing down, I mean time has kind of sped up in a way. Since you were down here the first time, it's been most of the day at this point where you have about 3 days-ish on the boat left. As far as you know, you are kind of off the clock at this point. You completed your job with aplomb very quickly, very efficiently. So you know that you basically don't have another official business until you get to the mainland where you will have to start your scouting duties.
Cool.
So if you want a bath and something to eat, go for it. I know the Heinrik's already doing that.
At the same time,
Eat while in the bath? Why not?
just make your bathtub into a bowl of cereal.
That sounds amazing.
Right? Ah,
Not unlike Heinrik, I am used to having my bath drawn for me and to be washed. So
Who does that?
either my mother or one of my sisters.
You have a sister on the boat, don't you?
I do
You
have
came
a
with?
sister on the boat. Yeah, Mary Beth.
She's technically one of your trappings, right?
Accurate.
From merchant, she's your assistant.
Correct. Yeah, that is the title that we've put on it. Yes.
Oh, wait, is she Mary M.E. or Mary? Like Merry Christmas or Mary Beth?
Great question. I actually wrote it down so I can tell you in the affirmative that it is Maribeth, one word, Maribeth.
Wow.
I also wrote sister above that with Seestar.
Nice. Sea Star.
Is
Is that like
Star.
Allie's sister?
Yes. That is
Spelling
my other
matters.
sister's name.
Is Allie?
Yes. Maribeth
Oh,
is
Allie's sister. So Gerty's gonna go visit his sister.
Maybe. I don't know. This is the longest I've been without her, and I'm not like super intent on like hanging out with her again, but my knee does need to be kissed, and I would like to be washed, so probably yes.
Okay.
She probably misses you too.
Yes.
You guys don't have to be in a group all the time at this point. If you want to kind of do your own things, Gerty can go talk with his sister. Liliana can take her bath and get something to eat. I know Heinrik's already taken a bath. What is Miss Bethen doing at this time?
Bethen also wants to get something to eat and have a bath.
Okay.
She might. Is there? How does this work as far as like bathing goes? Like, should I bathe in the medical wing since I work there, or? So
dwarves are interesting people because they're known for being like surly, dirty, blah 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 people, but like personal hygiene is important to them. A lot of outsiders don't realize. Takes
Liliana
a lot of work.
is generically dirtier
Yeah,
at all
sure.
times.
It takes a lot of work to have their beards in such pristine condition. So there would be like little like bathhouses type thing, actual like bathing rooms.
Okay.
Here and there. They have certain rooms that are for the crew and other ones for passengers, but like
Gotcha.
You can actually go take a bath.
I wasn't sure if we had like one tub in our quarters and then we would like all have to take turns, or
There'd be, like shared bathing rooms.
okay.
So the real question is, where is Heinrik taking his bath so that I can crash his party with victory spoils and attempt to use his bath things?
Don't forget your flip-flops and your shower caddy.
I don't believe in those. My feet are too big.
The disapproval face on Heinrich was well worth the price of entry.
Oh, I missed it because I had the other
I
tab
was too
up.
busy laughing.
Make a gossip check to see if you can find out where that would be.
Where's gossip?
Dead center at the very top.
Was it the dead center or the very top?
The dead center top.
Where did it go?
I feel like everybody's thrown a dice on the floor sometime during these games.
I
Just
rolled
once
a
an
5,
episode.
so that is a success of
She found 'em.
4.
She sniffed him out.
Oh, 4 success levels. So
4
she
success
found
levels.
out where Heinrich is taking a bath, which I'm sure Heinrich wishes it was like a private bath, but it's not. It's just in the human area of the, like basically the dwarves just kind of put all the humans in one area and then dwarves are in a different area. And then like halflings have their own couple of bunks kind of thing because dwarves just think that's the most pragmatic way to do it, even if not everybody agrees. And they put you guys together because you have a special job outside of a lot of the other things, being the forward scouts.
Nice. So if I stop by the kitchens on the way down for victory snacks,
Sure.
can I convince our chef, Kettle Cry,
Yeah.
to give me some victory snacks?
Yeah. Make a charm check, but make it average because you can kind of talk him up. And also being a halfling will make that a little bit easier.
Math. Sorry. That is, you said average?
Mhm.
2 success levels.
All right. So what kind of snacks are you trying to get?
I really don't care. Bread, cheese. The irony of that with rats is humorous to me.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll ask for some kind of bubbly or wine-like drink to try and make our fancy noble people happy. What do dwarves like to eat?
Ice cream.
Because I did ask you that at one point. So if we have ice cream on the ship, I will inquire. Doubt I'll get it, though.
You do not have ice cream on this ship.
Sweet. And then some fruit.
That's fun.
Me just assuming that she would like fruit, and I'm just going for anything I can get my hands on.
All right. So she gives you some like biscuits, a couple, like a handful of dates, and a little block of cheese.
Sweet. And I'm going to, and I do come in my terribly messy outfit to ask her these things. So she's probably like, get out of my kitchen.
Yeah. He gives you these things to get you out of there as quickly as possible.
Nice. So I'm just going to saunter my way to where I know Heinrich is and maybe gather the rest of the party on the way if I find them.
It's a really great power move too, to like go in there just filthy, be like, yes, take it, get out. Give me some of that too. Yes, whatever you want.
Didn't
Go.
even anticipate that, but you know.
Like
Oh,
that.
and can I get something for Vicious? Because Vicious deserves a piece of meat.
Vittles
Just killed all the
vicious?
monsters.
Yeah, I guess. He gives you like a bowl full of like leftovers from
Fish
a
is
meal
happy.
from yesterday. Just kind of a bunch of random things.
Got any
thrown in
fish
the bowl.
guts? Like, he'll eat fish guts. He likes
Yeah.
those.
You've eaten a lot of fish on the boat.
Sold.
Dwarves are fishing off the boat.
All right.
But yeah, did you try to find the other two on your way to Heinrich's bath?
Yeah, I will. I'll invite them to the party.
All right.
If you're in the infirmary,
Right.
I'm going to drive by there and be like, Bethen, I have snacks.
Ooh, snacks.
I'm going to go get, totally just forgot your name.
Gerty.
Gerty.
Gerty, because we're friends.
Yes.
I hope you got something healthy.
There's dates. I think that's what these are. And then I eat one and go, yeah, it's a date. I promise I'll save you some. Hey, it's a date. See you at Heinrik's in like, I don't know, a few minutes. He's in the bathroom.
All right. Sounds good.
Yes. I'll go get Gerty. And I'm going to trudge off to find
Hey.
Gerty.
Dates are great for keeping your blood healthy. I don't know. Sounds good.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
I mean,
I actually do
legit.
know some like health properties of dates, but Bethen wouldn't know them. So,
Okay.
I hope you're excited about this oncoming date, Heinrich. It's gonna be great.
I mean,
favorite dates.
what outside of the old world, what are some of the health benefits of dates?
They're good. They have a lot of fiber in them as far as the dried fruit goes. Like you don't want to eat a ton because they are still like
Super sugar.
super sugary, especially because they're the dried form. So the sugar is more concentrated. And I want to say there's like magnesium or something. Like there is some kind of like vitamin or mineral that's hard to get elsewhere. From a
Okay.
date. So
Sounds
Like-
legit.
I like dates a lot. I have to justify being able to eat, so many.
Sausage stuffed bacon wrapped
Oh.
dates.
First time I had a date was one of those dates. They were very good. I ate a lot of them.
So Gerty gonna go too, or are you gonna go see your sister instead?
I'm gonna go see my sister.
Okay.
You want to invite her?
Mm.
Hey, if you want an excuse to leave your sister, you've got a date. And I hold one up. A date?
Oh, what is the term? Not responsibility, an obligation.
Yes, that. You have
Yes.
an obligation to celebrate with your coworkers.
Yes, a work function.
Mm.
There you
I
go.
will get my knee kissed, and she will bathe me, and then I will go to my obligation.
And while we're doing this, we can sing Four Non-Blondes.
Oh yes. What's going on?
What's going on?
All right, we'll follow Gerty over to.
Dot, dot, dot.
Bless you.
Smoke monster from Lost.
Right. We'll follow Gerty over to Mary Beth's. And you see she is, of course, in the dwarven section, not of the crew of the ship, of course. But, she is in a bunk with the cartographer Cronin Groninson,
The great name.
right? I don't want to be exactly the same, but I thought it was pretty funny. And I got to organize my NPCs a little bit better so I can remember all the dwarves and whatnot.
He honestly is the only other one I have on my list where I wrote the dwarf next to his name, so it might be it.
The two slayers are in this room, are in this bunk as well. It's your sister Cronin and the two slayers, Zardrek and almost there, Brunor.
What about Jerrison?
It's Brunor Jerrickson.
Oh, that is why. That's the same guy. Okay.
Yeah,
What was his first name?
Brunor,
Brunor.
like Bruno, but with an R at the end.
It's a strong name. I knock on the door.
All right. A slayer opens it.
Yes, where's Maribeth? I have boo-boos that need to be kissed.
He looks at you like, the hell?
All right here on my leg.
So this you would recognize as Zardrek. He's an older slayer. He's quite an older dwarf. Here and there, you can see like the roots of his beard coming in are white before he redyes it orange. And he has that big orange mohawk, and he just has like a leather jack on, like a vest. Not too much in the way of armor, but just like to have some kind of clothing. Otherwise, slayers typically go about totally bare-chested. He looks like a strong dwarf. He's not like covered in muscle, but like he's in good shape for a dwarf. And he's just like, huh?
Where's Maribeth?
Oh, she's in here. And he turns around and she's like sitting on a bed looking at a book, and she looks over and she's like, oh, what do you want, Gerty?
I've been, got a boo-boo.
Oh, are you? What's happened? She hops off and runs over to you. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. The doctors here don't know that you need to kiss things to make sure infection doesn't get in. Also, I'm very tired and I would like a snack.
Gerty, I brought you on this so you can learn more about the world. Kissing something like that is not going to do anything. You know, Mom would do that just because she thought it would make you feel better in the head, right?
No, she did it because it got rid of the infection. I was fighting many rat people. There are people on this boat turning into rats. They hit me with a halberd. The doctors put it back together a little bit, but this infection still could be a thing. We need to get me clean. I need a bath. I need 2 snacks because it's been a long day. And kisses, please.
Is he still hallucinating?
I should.
No, that's over, but he's just being Gerty now.
Okay. Well,
She just sighs and she's like, will you help me?
You
Gerty.
were here to keep me safe. I need to be safe now, please.
Gerty,
Yes.
you look fine. You don't look, I shouldn't say fine. You look like you've been through hell, but you seem to come out the other side well intact. I see whatever training you were doing before we came on this trip has been working.
Yes.
But I'm not here to baby you. I'm not mother. I'm not going to do that.
This is the reason you're here.
No, I snuck you out on this so you would actually experience something in your dwarf life.
Okay, so after today, I will not get any kisses anymore. But today is the last time.
I'm not kissing your open wound. I guess it's not open anymore. It looks like it's stitched up quite well, actually. But I'm not kissing your leg, Gerty.
Okay.
You're a grown-ass dwarf.
2 snacks is fine.
Sure, have some snacks.
Give
Yes,
me them,
eat.
please.
I don't have snacks. We're not supposed to have food in the room.
You were supposed to bring my snacks with me. With you. For me.
You ate them all before you even got to the Sheik. I can't help you.
You didn't tell me that was all we had.
I thought you knew.
No.
Aren't you supernumerate?
No.
You're a merchant that's not supernumerate?
No, I know how to read and write.
Can't have both.
She doesn't say that, of course. That's me saying it, but
I took on next to no talents. None of them interested me.
that's why you're so good at fighting for a merchant, because you just beefed up stats.
Accurate.
Gerty,
Yes.
I feel like I've explained this to you, but just to make sure that it's clear. I got you onto this trip so you can experience the world.
No, you
And
got me
see-
onto this trip to protect me. You're the only reason I'm here.
I told you I would protect you, but I can't. Why are you like this? Why are you covered in blood and have a wound?
Because a bunch of people turned into rat men, and then I killed them.
You know,
I was with a professional, though, so it's okay.
a professional.
Yes, a rat catcher.
Oh. So what, you were fighting rat men? You're fighting Skaven?
Oh, yes.
On this ship?
Yes! Why do you think I need kisses? It could be infected. It's not playground
It's not
injury.
infected, Gerty. Just look at it. It's fine. It's red, but that's because it's a wound.
Red
You're
is
okay.
Red is a sign of infection.
The 2 slayers both perk up at that, and they're like, "Oh, Skaven, we got monsters on the ship."
Well, yes, rats bite people. They turn into rat monsters.
What kind of rats is that?
Well, 7 of them.
What?
Huh?
What are you? That's not how you get Skaven. There's another older dwarf, not like an old dwarf, up on a top bunk, and he looks down. He's like, "Yeah, that's not how you get Skaven."
I mean, how many Skaven have you killed on the ship? Is it less than 7? Because I've not killed that many either, but I was there for 7 of them dying.
They're like, Zardrak, he like thumps his way back up to the doorway and he's like, "You're telling me there was Skaven on this ship?"
And there was, keyword.
And the secret we wanted kept gets out.
Well, they're doors, it's fine.
He shoves past and he's like, "I'm talking to the captain about this."
What captain?
Murrock, the captain.
Nah, there's a better captain.
What do you mean better? The ship captain.
Oh, it's not the best captain. You should talk to Herzog. He is best captain.
That sounds like a human name.
Yes.
I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to Murrock. And he just stomps down the hallway. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm still confused at what exactly is going to be kissing my leg.
Gerty, unless you can get some hapless human girl to kiss your leg, no one's going to kiss your leg. No dwarf is going to kiss your leg. You're fine. If you want some snacks, go to the kitchen. Get some snacks. Go clean yourself. You're disgusting.
I guess I don't know why I came here. You're not going to give me
in your beard.
Yes, give me bath. I've come and asked you for 3 things. You are my family. You are my blood. You've given me none of these things.
Gerty, again, you are grown. You can do these things yourself. Go take a bath. You can do that. You know how to take a bath.
Yes.
Yes. Go to the kitchen, get some food, clean yourself up. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, if you can fight Skaven and get hit in the leg with a halberd like that, you're fine.
Oh, there was another one. He hit me with a sword.
Well, it sounds like you took care of that too. I'm very glad that you are safe.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hurt, but I'm not here to be your keeper.
Okay.
I'm here to be your assistant. And she winks. Like, obviously, you're her assistant.
So, about that,
What?
I met this man. He's staying in my bunk. His name is Heinrik.
Oh, yes, I've heard of this human.
He has many assistants.
Oh, manlings, you.
They give him baths. So, just to keep up appearances, it might be best for you to draw me a bath.
Gerty, I've heard of this manling. He is one of their noble-born.
Yes.
You are not that. I'm not drawing you a bath.
But, okay.
You know how to do it. I've shown you before.
Yeah.
I'm dying over here.
Quite the interaction.
Okay.
So, Heinrik, you're enjoying a scented bath, right? You got some soap and oils in there and stuff?
Yeah, Heinrich has got like a scented bath, and he had brought out, but between just the relaxation of water that was warmed for him and just like exhaustion and weird root, he has drifted to like a nap in the tub with like an arm hanging over with like a chicken leg in the
It's like the scene from The Witcher, but Heinrich's definitely not as built as Geralt.
No, he is not.
So you're
he just is.
just is. So you are peacefully napping in here. Your servants are all just kind of in here waiting for you because I'm sure you told them to stay while you were bathing. Liliana and Bethen, I want to hear how you enter this room because I'm very excited for this.
Liliana is going right for the door. And unless you stop me, I'm kicking it with my foot and saying, Heinrik! Heinrik, I brought snacks!
I just let her go. This is how she is. There's no sense of trying to stop her.
Open it up!
You've been living in the same bunk for a few weeks. You know how she is.
And I know her from Nuln, so it's...
Oh, right.
Just let her go.
Vicious is right behind you, right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Eventually, she'll wear herself out. She'll need a nap. It's fine.
She's like a puppy.
It's true.
So she kicks the door open and screams your name, Heinrik.
Open the door!
Heinrich, upon hearing the door being kicked in and being startled out of slumber, is going to try and stand up in the tub and yell and throw the chicken wing or the chicken leg that he has in his hand at the door being kicked open.
Nice.
All right, we'll have you make an average cool check for this being startled awake.
Well, I've rolled an 88. So,
I didn't make it average.
well, that didn't help enough, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I don't know. Maybe you have a really good willpower. I don't know. So in your startled state, before you can throw that chicken bone at them, you drop it in the tub. I was really hoping you'd fail that test. Plop.
I was actually kind of expecting you to make like some kind of athletics check to see if I slip while trying to stand up.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too.
No, I thought the idea of the chicken wing going in the bath was funnier.
And since no one has come to the door and opened it, I'm now shouting, Otto, I have snacks. Open the door.
Well, you just kicked it open.
Oh, no, I thought it was a locked door. I assumed that his door was closed and he wasn't letting anybody in.
Would you have told him to lock the door?
No, I would have just had them standing around. I don't think
Awkward.
that I would need them to lock the door, but I also wouldn't be surprised at all if they did absolutely nothing to stop our party from coming in.
Oh, no, absolutely not. So the door is not locked. Liliana does
All right.
kick it open. So you get
Sweet.
startled awake, drop your chicken wing bone in the water as you're trying to stand up, and you see Liliana standing there with an armful of food, Vicious next to her, and then, of course, the Bethen
Amazonian.
towering over
Who's literally twice.
Liliana, just kind of smiling.
Yep. I'm just here to take a bath.
Ooh, smells nice in here, Heinrik. Very nice. I like it. Very, very nice. I'm letting myself in.
He's got a broth going with that chicken wing in the tub, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heinrik is going to climb out of the tub with great haste, seeing that food has fallen into it, which is disgusting.
I'm gonna reach into the tub and take out that chicken leg.
No, he's not nasty like you are.
Yeah, filthy halfling.
I'm gonna feed it to my dog, who doesn't care.
Oh, yeah, Vicious like that.
Yeah,
Really funny.
that's fair. And then he's just going to call out, Omelette, get my towel.
Get me one too while you're at it. I'll totally gonna need one in a second.
Do you have like a list here of the different names you're going to call your people? Because these are great. Othello was the last one.
I'm crying.
Oh boy.
My face
Just-
hurts.
Incredible.
Just anything but their actual name.
Yes. Yep. Oh, that's great. Oh,
Otto will rush to give you your towel.
Does he bring me one? Because I've
It's-
asked for one.
I have the other names here. Graham will get you a towel because he doesn't mind doing things for people that aren't Heinrik.
Nice.
So he hands you a towel and he says, he gives it to you and he says, Fraulein.
Sir, want a date? I'm offering snacks to him.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
He slowly
Fine,
chews on a date.
do be careful of the pit, though.
And he's like, oh, yes. He looks around for a second and goes, spits it into the tub.
Yes.
Well, Liliana is going to proceed to find a place to put the bowl of food. I'm assuming is there a bench somewhere in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She puts it on the bench. She's going to eat herself a hunk of cheese and start disrobing to take a bath in his tub.
That's,
Power move again.
I mean, it's secondhand water, so
Yeah,
Do you think someone with 7 siblings cares about secondhand water?
that is true.
Heinrik has not even thought it possible that a person would use water a second time. That's he's disgusted at you doing that, just on every level. He thinks that you're gross and you're just getting into gross water. And
I'm also going to attempt to clean my clothes if no one else is going to use the water. Do we all want to take a bath? You want to come in, Bethen? It's nice.
I think I'll do my own, but thank you.
Okay.
With the chicken wing in there, it was Heinrich soup.
And then date pit.
Yep.
Oh, there's a date pit in here?
Yeah,
Get that out.
Oh, Graham assumed no one else was going to use the
Yeah.
water, so he thought that was a pretty safe place. And then you hop in, and he's like, all right, halflings are weird kind of thing.
Graham, I once had I tell you to be wary of the pit. I once had a patient that Melissa and I had to work on. A strange man, honestly.
Hmm.
And he had eaten an exorbitant amount of dates, but he didn't know not to eat the pit. And so his
Oh.
bowel became impacted and he
Hmm.
could not pass a stool.
that sounds like a prop. What did you do?
We had to give him a handful of different elixirs, but ultimately fish oil is what helped to kind of get things working through his system. And just such an incredible man. He actually said that he was the inventor of fish oil in a small town that he had once passed through.
Good to know.
Yes. So the pits can be the pits. If they get stuck in your intestines.
Oh, very good.
Nice one,
I will
Bethen.
certainly
Nice.
file that one away.
I had hoped to open him up and take it out surgically, but
Oh, goodness.
it didn't work that way.
That sounds unpleasant. Is Vicious going to get in the bath with you, or is Vicious just kind of sitting next to the
That's
tub?
a great idea. I like that idea. Come on in, Vicious. You need a rub down too.
So the dog hops up in, scrambles a little bit over the side, splashes
barking.
water everywhere.
Yep. Then Vicious is going to shake, obviously, at least 4 times during this bath.
Oh,
Because that's what dogs do.
naturally. Luca and Wart are just kind of in the corner. Wart seems to like just be staying away from the water, and Luca just looks bored. She does not want to be there. Her disdain is always on her sleeve.
Is there one that has an O as the first letter of their name?
Otto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was-
Otto's the big
4.
dumb one.
okay.
He's also like the most obedient servant out of the whole crew.
Yes. He just kind of doesn't know any better.
So
He's
Bethen,
okay with it.
Bethen is going to sense Luca's boredom and say, Luca, I believe it's only a few more days until we reach the continent. What are you looking forward to most?
Oh, hopefully. She says very quietly to you. She's like, hopefully the old coot spends a lot of time in the jungle.
We are scheduled to go and do much exploring.
Great.
Liliana has started singing a tiny song about rats to the dog. Otherwise, minding her business while everybody enjoys the space.
I like big rats, itty bitty rats.
Not that again.
I like big rats, and I cannot lie.
It's true that we'll definitely be spending much time in the jungle. You servants are so lucky to not have to deal with the filth that we are required to encounter as part of our occupation.
Luca's like, yeah, we'll be ready when you get back to do whatever you want.
It's a good thing we have you.
Luca, I'm so glad to see your enthusiasm for your work on a regular basis.
She looks to Bethen and she's like,
He's-
you see what I mean? He doesn't understand. I can say whatever I want to him. He just doesn't get it.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding new types of plants to use as medicines and different treatment things. And if Heinrik is ever not having a task for you, and if you'd like to help me out with that, I'm sure that I'm working with the apothecary to identify and test out different uses of things. I'd love to have you help me out. It's very fulfilling work.
Yeah.
And then
What?
Bethen kind of like cups her hand a little bit and says, much more fulfilling than drawing a bath.
I think anything would be.
That's true.
What kind of learning a skill would certainly
Mm-hmm.
potentially get me out from under his thumb.
Mhm.
What could I do to help?
Well, are you artistic at all?
I don't know. Let's let the dice decide that.
Okay.
Heinrich, pass me a piece of that bread over there.
She's like, not really.
Well, that's okay.
I don't think.
The apothecary and I, what we really need to do is draw the likeness of the samples that I collect in the jungle into a catalog and then take notes on different effects that they have on people if they are eaten raw or infused in a tea or made into like a tincture and things like that. We'll also need help figuring out how to dry and preserve the different specimens.
You could be the
learnable
tester
stuff.
of the new plants. Like she could pick them and stew them in a tea, and you could drink it. I would drink it.
If you think it'd be safe.
Oh, I'm sure it would be more than safe. If there was
Yeah,
ever a
if
question, then I wouldn't have you do anything unsafe.
I could work with you guys. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
but
that sounds
only if
great.
Heinrich doesn't need you on those days. I would hate to step on a noble's toes. But
well,
I know the apothecary and I are both eager to get this work taken right away.
hey, if you two could pay me more than than Weirdo McGee over here.
I'm sure we could work something out.
That sounds
would be
fantastic.
lovely. And just think of all the health that we can spread to all the people who will be in this settlement.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful. Heinrich, she's got some good ideas. You should listen to this one.
She's an excellent physician. She made sure that I didn't die today. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for setting me up for that one.
I took an oath. Do no harm.
Unless it's to Skaven.
Well, I mean, they're not people, so.
Then we stab them.
Oh my goodness. This scene is turning out as good as I was hoping. So, Gerty, I want to jump back over to you for a minute.
Yes.
Did you draw your own bath?
Yes.
The dwarven baths?
Yes.
Are you going to like make it quick, or are you taking your time in there?
Forget about your work obligation.
Yeah, I do have a work obligation. So, a short to medium.
What's your work obligation?
I have to go to the date. Eating
Right.
party.
I should tell you about that. All right. So you take a short to medium bath. Is that what you said?
A short to medium. Not quite medium, not quite short. It's like a long medium, but shorter.
What?
It's like half chub.
Like,
Yes.
like when you're going like east, northeast.
Yeah.
More east than north, but not.
Just
Okay.
buddies.
I'm assuming things in the other bathroom are taking a while since you guys are chatting.
Yeah.
And
I'm
whatnot.
literally hanging out. Liliana is just having a party right now. I don't know if anybody else considers it one, but she does.
So after Heinrich got out of the bath and got his towel on, your servants would have brought you a new change of clothes, for sure.
Yeah. Just as like a fun thing as a noble, I have to have both courtly garb and quality courtly garb. So I do have multiple outfits.
Oh, of course, yes.
So from now on, when we go out on these dirty missions, you have to make sure that you just wear the courtly, not the quality courtly.
Correct.
Yeah.
What are you changing into now?
I'm changing into the courtly because like my adventuring wear is still filthy. I need my servants to clean that before I'll wear it again.
You're not going into the
But
quality
we've got-
courtly garb yet?
No, I'm still on a boat. Like it's not a fancy enough occasion.
Saving the silks for later on.
Yeah, like, maybe like diplomatic encounters with civilizations in the South. Who knows?
Makes sense. Okay.
First annual governor's ball.
Oh my God, if we can cover a year in game time, that would be amazing.
Lily would be in college. My
Yes.
Lily, not Ratcatcher Lily.
So Gerty, you head over to the other bathroom after you're done.
Yes.
All right, so you come in and you see Liliana just lounging in a bath with the dog in there. There's not that much water left because a lot of it has splashed out. You see Bethen chatting with one of Heinrich's servants in one corner, and the other servants are in there. Heinrich is finishing getting dressed in some fine clothes.
Gerty still has soap in his hair, and his eyes are very red because there was no one to hold their hand above his forehead to keep it out of his eyes. So
Liliana will literally beg at him, Gerty, what are you doing? Come over here. And she is literally going to continue cleaning your hair because that's what she would do with a sibling.
you are making soup, or
No, this is our bath. Come over here. Do you want the soap out of your hair, or
It's
do you
just
want to
kind
wear it all
of
day?
pink water at this point from all the blood that came
There's
off
a
of Evil
rind of
Vicious
cheese
and
floating
Reinhardt.
in it.
Or Heinrich.
There's not a rind of cheese. She would have eaten it. They would not go in the tub.
Actually, yes, please. I know it does not look like clean water, but it stinks a lot in my eyes.
All
and it
right, put your
hurts.
head over the edge of the tub and just gonna
and get down and
rinse hair a little bit. Taking care. It's all right.
You
I'm in
finally
my
found-
small clothes. Nobody seems to care. It's cool.
You found somebody to take care of you.
just I want to be baby just a little bit. That's all, just a little.
You found her. You found her.
How are you the most competent in combat when you're such a baby?
You know, the toughest guys need the most love. So I don't like you just throwing around those assumptions about
Yes.
him.
I was taken
So funny.
I was taken great care of, so I could go out every day and roughhouse and things. Except I couldn't because there was other people and I wasn't allowed to play with them.
You just roughhouse with rocks.
Yes.
Gert isn't wrong. Certainly, taking care of oneself is a very important act. I can't disagree with the need to be, some would say, pampered from time to time. I would say due rewards coming to those who have earned them.
Yes. You do a good job, you get the reward. And yes.
Or maybe I'm just going to clean it out of your hair and your eyes so you don't look like you're going to cry for the next 20 minutes.
That's fine as long as it's done.
All right.
I haven't already been crying.
It's from the soap, that's all.
It is from the soap. We know. It's got to come out of your eyes. So if they come back, you can be the one to smash them again.
Yes.
So, Bethen, are you just kind of like waiting your turn kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get fresh water.
Well, I mean, there's more than one tub in this room.
Yeah. I was going to use an unoccupied tub.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was envisioning like I was chatting with Luca while I was in the tub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got in your own tub.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I was imagining you standing next to her chatting.
I thought she was waiting her turn for my tub.
I don't want that tub.
And I was like, wow, that's...
I was unaware there were additional tubs when I got my eyes cleaned with this blood water. But I'll take what attention I can get.
Do you want the clean water in her tub or the blood water in someone to take care of you?
We could say that you leaned over the tub next to Lily's, and she can kind of like splash the water in your face. That's like as it comes out through like a faucet, because the dwarves would absolutely have. This is a steam powered ship, so they definitely have warm water running through pipes and everything. So
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah,
Luxury
man.
ship.
Yes.
kind of is.
Wilbur, please. The lady who has done such great work today deserves the bath. Please get it drawn for her.
Who?
I'm using the first letter of names.
Yeah.
Foundation.
That's
That word.
That's what Wart was saying to you. He didn't understand who you're talking about.
I'm sorry, William.
Who am
You've been a friend.
Who am I drawing a bath for?
Oh, Bethen, of course.
Oh, okay. He looks up to you and he's like, here you go. And he turns the knob.
I grab his arm and pat his shoulder, in like a very, it's like a,
You don't have to do that.
I can't describe, it's kind of like an appreciative and like a commiserating,
Consoling.
I can do this myself.
like
It's
a
fine.
comforting kind of like, I'm sorry.
He kind of rolls his eyes.
Right.
Heinrik.
Yeah. Yep.
He nods at you. He's like, I just, I gotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he turns the things and then he steps back and he kind of like motions towards it. Like, here you go.
Thanks.
I'm flagging this, but it's like when you go out to like a diner with a boomer and like you ask for barbecue sauce on the side and they forgot it. So like the other person's like, and he didn't get his barbecue sauce. And you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's really fine.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm still going to eat it.
Right.
I did want it, but
I'm not going to ask for it twice.
yeah.
I'm going to inconvenience them. They're at
Not
work.
like that.
Right.
Bethen, you do real as you're talking with Wart, he does not smell good at all.
Oh,
He
no.
clearly needs a bath.
Oh, no.
But he's
He's the dirty one, right?
Yeah.
Oh. Gross.
Are both of his legs real?
What?
Wart? I believe so.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, no, he's not from Diablo 2.
Okay. Just
Oh.
I don't get that one.
someone got it. That's all that matters.
Okay. I was going to say the dwarf first mate you met at the
he's
very
from
beginning
Diablo.
had a peg leg.
It's from all of them. Wart's leg is an item in all of them.
Oh, Wart's leg. Okay, I have encountered that before. It's been a long time since I played Diablo 2. Oh, okay. All right, so you guys have kind of weird, but it seems like a fairly nice time in the bath. The bath bathroom.
It's a good date.
Bathing room. That's a good word for it. You can date. Everybody has some dates and cheese and biscuits. It is soon to be dinner time.
Yes, we ran out of food just in time for dinner.
Yeah, so if you guys want to finish up in here, you can head to dinner. It's not anything special. It's mostly that kind of stuff, hard cheese, dried fruits, some type bread. There's usually some kind of fish meal at dinner from people fishing during the day. A lot of the men-at-arms, when they're not working as guards, part of their shifts are doing things like fishing off the side of the boat. Today, somebody caught a swordfish. So
fun.
Everybody gets a piece of swordfish.
Sweet.
Which is pretty good. It's like a small fish steak.
Fancy fare.
Yeah.
Side note, in real life, dates are also an aphrodisiac. I just looked up. So
Oh, great.
fun. So we're all popping these dates, just hanging out naked together, apparently.
Yeah, with the smelly guy that works for Heinrik.
Delicious.
But unless there's anything particular you want to do before the end of the day, you guys can get some well-earned rest in your bunk.
I do want to make rounds and go check on the rat fever
Okay.
patients.
For the most part, there's not much you can do for them. Not everybody's in the midst of a fever right now.
Right.
You can talk with them. Melissa's let anybody know after they become lucid again after waking up or from a fever that what they have, that it shouldn't be fatal. They should be fine. It's just letting it, you just got to run its course, and she'll do everything she can to help them.
Okay.
And she tells you that she's talked to anybody that's woken up at this point.
All right.
But overall, they seem more or less the same. Well, the first time you saw them, they were all either asleep or in a fever at this point. Most are asleep, but there are a couple just kind of laying there, just kind of waiting.
Cool.
Not much to do. None of them can read, I don't believe. So not like they're reading a book or anything.
Okay.
All right.
Were there any other merchants or tradesmen or anything that were brought over?
Merchants or tradesmen
or craftsmen outside of like the engineers?
There's a group of carpenters separate from the lumberjacks.
Oh, okay.
There's a group of lumberjacks and a group of carpenters. The lumberjacks are specifically there to, cut down the trees and prep the wood, when the carpenters are going to be building structures. Other merchants, a lot of people plan on setting up like stalls or little stores with things that they do, like the apothecary.
Bristleback, right?
Yeah.
Is that, what are they? Human? Halfling?
That is a halfling, yes. I forgot the first name.
Kellum
Bristleback. He plans on setting up like a shop. Melissa, the doctor's, plans on setting up like an apprentice, not a practice. They're going to have a building together as like the healing hut kind of thing. There's a group of dwarf miners.
Yes, I'm not super interested in them.
I was waiting for your typical miner joke. Yep, there's a human painter who's there to like chronicle everything in paintings. The chefs are all craftsmen of some kind, of course.
What is the painter's name?
Is it Helen?
Yep. Helen Diesdorf.
Yeah, Helen Diesdorf. There she is.
Oh, that's why I didn't write it down, because of the last name. Okay, good. I work with a Diesdorf, and I don't like her, so I choose to ignore her and not write down the name.
Oh, really?
Yes.
She was named after my dwarf character from the Haunt one-shot we did.
Oh, Egbert.
Yeah. Dad came up with that name.
I do remember that.
Just sitting in the living room one night, and I was like, I need a name for my dwarf sorcerer character. And he goes, just without missing a beat, he just goes, Egbert. And I lost it laughing. And I was like, yes, done. What about a last name? And he thinks for half a second. And he goes, Diesdorf. And I was like, that's his name, Egbert Diesdorf.
Nice.
2 things. I love your dad. He's hilarious. Number 2, Diesdorf in like Dwarven, is that the same as like D's nuts?
Yes.
Yeah. Diesdorf.
I would, as the couple of days go by, like to create a relationship with Conrad, the carpenters, and Bristleback, And that's probably it. But the people that would be predominantly selling their wares, I would like to be friendly with.
Conrad,
the carpenters. That's what I wrote down. Conrad
Goranson is the dwarf cartographer.
Oh, no.
Holtz is the carpenter. I have.
Wait, but I have Cronin working down as cartographer. How many cartographers do we need in a place that we have not explored?
Yes. Conrad is the leader of the carpenters.
Yes.
His two sons, Dieter and Bruno, are like the head of the group. And then there's Clem, Carl, Ella, Jana, Danielle, Carl, and Ulf.
I wrote down 2 names and there was too many. So I'm going to talk to Conrad, then maybe Dieter and Bruno.
Okay, that makes sense.
But just yucking up and bring nice gifts and how are you? And,
they like you a lot then.
Yes.
Dealing and dealing.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I'd want to talk to the painter.
Okay.
Because like I was saying to Luca, I would like to have like pictures of the different specimens that I collect to put in a log. So.
She would 100% do that.
Cool.
Yeah, you can talk with her. She is like constantly covered in either paint or charcoal or things. Her hands are like permanently stained different colors.
It kind of freaks Bethen out a little bit.
That's just how she is.
I mean, makes sense with the trade, but not Bethen's thing.
You'll immediately notice she is younger than you would expect.
Okay.
She looks not like a kid, but she's a young woman.
Mm.
How old is Bethen?
22.
She's younger than you.
All right.
Which you might be surprised because she's known as like this. Maybe not surprised because she's known as a prodigy.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's known for being this master painter already, and she's not even 20.
Right.
But in her space, even in her bunk where she's sharing with other people, there are paintings wherever she could potentially hang them, and drawings and things of the ship itself, parts of the ship. She's done like some studies of different places on the ship in charcoal and whatnot. There's a couple of nice paintings of like sunsets and sunrises on the water. She did a drawing of Lashik while you were there for like a day. She drew the whole city from your vantage point from the boat. And all of them are amazing masterpieces.
That's cool.
She is incredibly talented.
Nice.
Also, just before I forget, Goldenrod and
Yes.
Kelsey would like to make not more of an informal introduction, just to make sure that they know. Listen, elves and dwarves, who cares? This is different, you know.
So they're not. So obviously, elves and dwarves generally don't get along in the Warhammer world.
Right?
Because of, you would call it the War of Vengeance. They would probably call it the War of the Beard. Kelsey probably wouldn't care either way, being a wood elf. She's a wood elf from the forests of the Empire. It's kind of not. She doesn't really want to get involved with that, so she's more open to speaking with you.
Kelsey, and this is done in elf. Take every precaution to be as respectful and as open as possible, because we're a merchant. You know.
Okay,
fellowship is great.
That does give you points within the fact that you can speak their language.
Yes.
Like the fact that you've taken the time to learn the Elven language is kind of a big deal. It's not an easy language to learn by any means.
I try to do it with as much humility as possible. Constantly, I'm only a dwarf. I try my best, but
right, and it's kind of thing where like when you speak it, because it's difficult, you kind of sound like you're speaking it, but you almost sound, like anybody that's speaking a language early on just kind of sounds like almost dumb when the way they talk, because the grammar's not proper and whatnot. You're like, I are Gerty, we friend now, kind of thing is what they hear. But they're like, oh,
not much different than what I say normally. So.
But Kelsey, she is tall, even for an elf.
Mm.
Like she's probably almost 7 feet tall,
and hates this ship.
Oh yeah, wow! Right. Yeah,
she is not. When you find her and was it Lenithar?
Yep.
have their own bunk together because they're the only elves. And they are both clearly, Kelsey especially, is very uncomfortable here.
Probably open an icebreaker with a joke about that. Like, hey, how do you walk around on your knees this whole time? Dwarves so short, it's so weird.
You would actually find her on the deck where she would be almost all the time. She definitely doesn't want to be surrounded by the metal.
Stand, yeah.
If I might stand up, I'm going on the
Right?
deck.
Right. Realistically, she probably even has a hammock strung up somewhere on the deck where she's out there almost all the time. But she is very tall. She has long blonde hair. She has deep blue eyes, and she wears leathers all the time that right now are painted kind of a brown and green mix prepared for the jungle because she knows there's a forest here. She doesn't know what the jungle is like, but she knows there's some kind of forest here.
Green.
So I understand that we have our first assignment together.
We do.
Yes, have they not spoken to you about this?
It takes a little longer for news to get down here.
She chuckles a little bit, like, not often she's not often a dwarf makes jokes about their own height.
Yeah, you gotta be self-aware,
You seem of a different sort. Yes, as far as I understand, once we make landfall in the next few days, I am joining you on a quick reconnaissance to make sure that this chosen spot is in fact safe.
Oh, you're our scout. You're our eyes and ears, yes?
As far as I understand, you are the scouts. I am more of the trapper.
That's what same thing.
Yes.
Tomato, potato.
From what I understand, I will help you with this. We will clear, make sure this area is clear and safe. And then most of my time will be spent hunting and trapping for food for all these people.
Great. I am very excited to work with you.
Yes, you as well, Gertrude.
You could call me Gerty. My friends call me Gerty. I don't offer this to many people, but please refer to me in a friendly sense. It should be good for us to be fellows in this.
Oh, very well, Gerty. You can call me Kelsey, as most cannot wrap their tongue around my name.
Well, could you tell me it and I will try? It could be something that friends do.
Oh, yes, of course. It is Kelsey Lathania.
Kelsey, yes.
I definitely didn't say that right. I tried to make it a long, difficult name to pronounce, just kind of for the typical Warhammer thing. Like it's just kind of funny.
Can you do it one more time for me?
So it's actually Kelthia Lanithia. Kelthia Lanithia. So she just shortens it to Kelsey.
You know what they say. Kelthia Lanithia.
It's actually not as bad as I thought. Now I break it into two
The
parts.
first time I wrote Kelsey, and then I wrote A, and then the ends just kept going.
It's
kept scribbling. I was like, I'm done.
KELTHIALANITHIA.
Scribbles it in. Sounds good.
I
Kelsey.
just kind of had fun hitting the keyboard with that one.
Ooh, wow.
And the other elf is Lenithar Goldenrod.
And what
Much
are you
easier
doing?
name to say.
Mr. Goldenrod, what is your profession?
So Lenithar looks more like an elf you would probably imagine. He is a high elf from the island of Ulthulan. He's born and raised there. The island of the elves out in the middle of the ocean. And he literally looks down his nose at you. He's not as tall as Kelsey, but he is a little more thickly built.
Deceptively
He
thick?
is deceptively thick.
Deceptively.
He's wearing did I put that down? Oh, I should describe that. He's wearing like sky blue robes. And he always has a sling bag on him that you can see you imagine would be full of things like papers and such.
Oh, yes.
But he is very fastidiously neat. His hair has all kinds of intricate braids throughout it. He wears his hair long as well. He's also blonde. I think. I didn't describe that part of him. So yeah, we'll say he has blonde hair, but his shoulders are much wider than Kelsey's, and he just has this air of not smugness, but confidence.
You keep the contracts, yes?
What contracts do you mean?
I don't know. I see you have papers. You probably, you look incredibly intelligent. So I just assume that you are someone trusted with important documentation. Maybe my assessment is incorrect.
Yeah, this flattery is not necessary.
Oh.
Dwarf.
Listen, I'm not just any dwarf, but okay. And I leave.
Yeah, don't even try.
No.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I just want to double check what I had about this guy. Probably should have I need to add some kind of description for him.
And then I guess lastly, just introduce, very basic, straightforward, just introducing myself to, Colburn, Nodman, and any of the priests of Moor.
Oh, the priests, huh?
Yes.
So are you doing all this that night before bed after dinner?
Yes, once I'm clean.
Okay.
Dang, you're busy. I thought this was over like the next 3 days.
Yeah, literally after dinner, I like crashed in our bunk and said
yeah,
goodnight.
you would be pretty. Well, you could say this is what's happening over the next few days. These conversations.
No, it's that first day. It's incredibly important. First impressions and the first impression that they interact with is incredibly important for creating long-lasting business relationships.
I mean, that's fair. Dwarves literally don't need as much sleep as other races, so you staying up a bit later, like dwarves just have a higher natural endurance and everything anyway.
That's cool.
So like you're not going to be as tired as the others. That makes perfect sense. But the priests you find out at this time are in bed. They're not out and about at this time.
Even the priest of Moor, because I'm not super interested in the first two. It's mostly the priest of Moor.
I think I changed that. There's not a priest of Moor.
It's
just the Sigmar and Ulrich.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
There was when you were gonna be a priest of Moor. I had that on the list.
Oh, fair.
I may have said that in the beginning.
Yeah, I'm good then.
Does anybody have any plans over the next couple of days?
I spend a lot of time in the kitchens. I spend a lot of time in the apothecary simply because it's another halfling. Otherwise, no.
Okay. Yeah, like you said, you guys are kind of off duty at this point, so you can just kind of hang out like everybody else.
Okay, well, I should say that I would upkeep the traps that I put in the kitchen just to make sure
fair.
all of the rats and the trappings and there isn't actually more horrible things hiding somewhere.
Yeah, you haven't caught any more rats since the Skaven incident.
All good.
At some point over the 3 days, if I could work with one of the blacksmiths or engineers to get that armor that I sacrificed to avoid that crit repaired.
Oh, yeah, you can find that pretty easily.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I would try to do the same for Heinrik, but I think he probably just threw it out and got a new one.
You know what? I think I just realized that's something that is missing. I don't think I have a blacksmith. Oh, I have dwarven engineers. Any one of them could be blacksmiths.
Yeah.
Never mind. I kind of use that term to kind of encompass a couple of different potential jobs. So, Bethen, anything particular you're doing? I love this talk you have about like cataloging and testing and preserving these specimens you're going to find in the jungle.
Yes.
So you're just working with Melissa and Killum?
Yes.
Cool. And I said Lily's going to be spending time in there as well. Are you actually trying to learn anything while you're there? Or are you just keeping company?
Keeping company. I'm hanging out. Playing with my dog, probably trying to eat some of the stuff in the apothecary and getting my hand slapped for it once or twice.
Oh, for sure.
An old friend of mine once said, if you spend enough time in a barbershop, you're going to get a haircut.
Yeah. I'm also pretty sure I spent enough time with Heinrik's servants that Heinrik is confused.
He thinks you're just another one of them.
I just need someone to hang out with, so I'm like hanging out in their bunk with them, and you're like, what are you doing here?
Well, Luca kind of likes you and your weirdness and the fact that it's somebody that's not Heinrik. What is Heinrik doing during these dates?
Although like throwing out his armor and getting fresh one would be like something that he would definitely do if he was in a place where resupply was super easy. I think that he would actually go to see if Helen Diesdorf does any metalwork as part of her art, because this is a fine mail coat, and so I believe that it has artisanal flourishes to see if I can get any repair working done if she does metalworking art.
When you said you were going to go see the painter at first, I thought you were going to commission her to do a portrait of you.
Portrait of you killing the rat ogre.
That's
so
I mean, like, that may come down the line.
I
Right.
love that idea so much.
I just imagine like Heinrik standing like on the bow of the boat.
She pretty much just works in oils and charcoal. But she really appreciates that you thought of her for that. And that is a very fine coat.
Perhaps one day I will find opportunity to give patronage to your craft. I have the highest level of respect for those in the arts.
Oh my
The
goodness,
world
yes,
needs more beauty.
Yes, please, I would love to paint you.
Oh, your enthusiasm excites me.
You had too many dates.
Oh my god.
There are tales that I cannot tell, but maybe when the truth is no longer as sensitive, we could have you paint some of my adventures that have already been robust so far.
Yes, I would absolutely love that. That sounds fantastic.
Oh my god, I love it.
Well, in the meantime, I shall allow you to get back to your craft, and I will see if these dwarves can maybe come to even an inch as close to beauty as you create. And Heinrik is going to go see if he can get his armor repaired by the dwarves.
All right. Yeah, they can do that for sure. I would say by the time you get to the mainland, that would be repaired. I'm not a huge fan of doing it that easy for you, but I can't think of reason why not. So
I'm sure the dwarven engineers are bored enough that it would get done.
yeah, they want anything to do would be fantastic. So as you guys do these things for the next couple of days, they're pretty overall, if not boring, then there's not a ton going on. When all of a sudden there is like an alarm on the ship. You hear like a brrrr kind of thing, and everybody. You were told in the beginning that sound means to report to the deck as quickly as possible.
I'm gonna wake up from a nap, whack my head on the bunk, and go, "Damn it!" And then head to the.
Because you stand up.
Deck. Yeah, yeah. I just jump up too fast.
We'll say this is early morning on the third day.
Okay.
How early in the morning?
You may be up. Just maybe not out of the bunk yet, like kind of waking up, taking your time. The sun is up.
If you're not awake now, I've probably crawled out of your bunk. I hit my head. I have accidentally kicked you, Gerty, and
climbing down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just.
And if no one's getting out of the bed, I'm getting you out of the bed. So, Heinrik, I'm sorry. If you're sleeping, I'm pulling your blankets off.
I'm definitely up. I just need to get on all my armor first before we leave because you have to protect mommy's special boy.
Okay. Is everybody gonna wait for Gerty to put on his armor?
No. He can handle it.
I hold up my arms waiting for someone to put my shirt on.
Who's higher maintenance, Gerty or Heinrik?
Not sure.
By the time you all get to the deck, the excitement is palpable up here. There's lots of talk. People are very excited, and you
Vicious
see very
is probably
quickly
barking happily.
Yes, Vicious is barking as there's birds flying overhead. If you look out, somebody yells, "Land ho!"
Yes.
And you see the unbroken jungle of the Southlands stretching out as far as you can see.
Real food.
So we'll have landfall next episode.
We're going to have a land hoe. Yes. Instead of a boat hoe.
You know how much we've always wanted one of those?
Wow.